Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 4 of AK Racing's Fiat Supercar Series. Tonight we're at Albert Park. I'll leave you with some practice for the time being. And we'll have some qualifying and race action with you very soon, as the race briefing is done. Alright, so briefing's about to be underway. I don't have the magic standings video I usually do, but I'll be with you shortly. It's going to be kind of boring on screen, but I'll be with you soon. here we are for qualifying, for the first of 2 qualifying sessions tonight. Joining me in the commentary box is Mr. Denzel Taylor. How you going, man?
Thanks, mate. I'm doing good, thanks. Hello, everyone.
Here they go for their first crack at it.
Sounds like we already have a penalty coming over comms. Interesting.
Nah. That would be interesting.
Yes.
So tonight should be pretty interesting. We've got a last-minute change because we've got a slightly smaller grid than normal. The race lap count has been reduced a little bit. Should be pretty cool. Might see some guys go for just super softs for the entire race, for all 4 races.
As we see, Adam Betts coming through the last corner now on his first lap of quali. See what he can get done.
Yeah. I'm going to try and talk us through the lap to some degree, Dance.
Yeah, for sure. He's coming through first corner now. Up to 2. He's taken the lines very typical of the Supercar through an F1 circuit. Coming up to just after the 150 meter board, braking hard, trying to get the apex into 3. Not going it too wide, so he carries speed into 4. Keeping the apex very tight, driving the car out, up to 5 now. Very nicely done. Grabbing some grass there on the exit. As we come into 6. And again, taking the grass, he's using all the road he can get on the tight bits of the circuit. Going very wide here to carry speed and momentum so he can make up for any lost time in the previous sectors of the circuit. Holding the car as it be, coming into the fast left right chicane here of 9 and 10. Nice done. Throttle buried in around his can. Coming to 11. Just at the 100 meter board. Hard on the brakes into 2nd. And that corner very tight. In the final sector now. Making the car pay his dividends. Oh, a bit wide into the second to last corner now. Can he make up some time? Will he come on the board? That board test up to 5, right? I don't know. He will be the first person to come away with this. He does with a 1:47.9. That is very. Oh, and he's down already.
I was going to say it's quite respectable, but then yeah, Munro just went, yeah, no, my turn.
Yeah, definitely his turn. Yeah, 1:46.6 by Munro that time. Betts 2nd, and then we have Ewing in 3rd of the 48.7.
Betts has probably just thought of putting in the safe banker whilst Luna does a 46.5.
Oof.
It's on.
Definitely
front
on.
row.
Definitely. Oh, we have obviously Cotter going very ham at it on his quali lap, trying to put a nail in the stone, put his name up on the leaderboard for tonight. going very ham, but also trying to take it easy as he makes his way around the second sector. Tried a bit of grass there on the straightaway. He comes through past that right chicane. Trying to keep it tight, going very wide on the exit out of 10, but still keeping it fast. Coming up to 11 now. He brakes just after the 100-meter board, hard on the brakes. In those brakes go a bit sharp, bit outside of the apex. Now there's obviously a few cars go off in the background there. Going in fast for the last few turns here.
He actually puts it up on the apex that time.
Yeah, he does. He did.
Last corner now. Touch that one.
He comes up to the line now. The line, he's third with a 47.2, and he's down to fourth with Walsh with a 46.8.
It was good enough for third for a split second.
Yes, it was.
Lawrence Smith with a time very closely matching Cotters as well.
47.223. Matt Cotter with a 2.13. Interesting. As we see Chris Munro come out of the pits from a cool down, I assume, probably adjustment of his setup, new boots, fuel load, squiggly on exit. Yes. Five minutes and 30 seconds on the clock of the session.
He's working on his out lap. We'll see what Nick Mello's doing. If they're Nick's on an out lap or on a hot lap.
He'll be on his fast one, I assume. He's currently 14th with obviously his out lap time, but see what he can do here. And something for our viewers, the Albert Park circuit we're using tonight is a new mod. Currently utilising the new F1 layout that was recently upgraded over the pandemic. It's a very nice addition. It keeps the cars going very fast through this new iteration of Albert Park. We'll be seeing times, as we are seeing tonight, faster than previous versions of the mod, as we now see a 1:45.8 from Mr. Zach O'Reilly in the last 9 minutes of tonight's quali session.
Wondering if we were going to see a 45, and there it is.
There it is, yes sir. There it is. As we see Miller coming up to the last corner now. Going very wide on the... Oh, he's in the grass. Yep, it's going to hurt his lap there. Yep.
It's either going to hurt it or it's going to invalidate it, I'm not sure.
Yes,
it looks like it's invalid. Okay.
Yes, that's unfortunate. But that was a 48.6, I believe, so that would put him in the lower mid-pack if that was a valid lap. Currently showing Mr. Daniel Walsh.
If he can improve at all.
With 46.8 as he comes... I've lost my bearings here. Are we at the... Yes, we are. I come up to the final turn now.
Yeah, these TV cams, they're very cool to look at, but difficult to tell where you are on the lap sometimes.
Definitely.
It's not good enough for Walsh to improve, unfortunately.
He was 2.23 down on his previous time. Andrew Ferguson now in, and he's in the pits.
Into the pits, he decided.
Nope.
Alright, let's see. Matty Richards.
Mr. Matty Richards, let's go. Currently in 9th with a 40, and he's off in the grass.
And in the gravel, yeah. Alright, well then.
There we go. On board with Aaron Azzopardi, currently 11th, 1:48.486 in the Ford Falcon FGX. Got a nice over-shoulder view in car.
There we go. Mello manages a 47 lap, very nearly a 47 one.
It's a very nice, respectable time from him. As we see as a party coming out of 6 very swiftly on the curbs. As we approach the 2-minute mark of the session, we'll probably see more drivers come out for faster lap times to round out the session.
About as late as you could come out of the pits, I'd imagine.
Yes, with how a close 2-minute time it is around this track. Yes, as we see Aaron slow down a bit. Okay.
Well, never mind.
Never mind. Yes.
That's Luke Newing just ahead. Have a look and see if Luke can improve. It's possible that Aaron was just leaving a little bit of track space, knowing that Luke was coming in pretty hot. She probably wasn't on a lap.
Give us some common courtesy, yeah.
Just leave a little bit of room. 13 people, there's 15 races currently in this, well, that have put times in.
Yes. See Newing not improve that time around.
No.
As we see the lovely scream of the Volvo drive past of Ferguson.
We do have some stationary cams to play with this week. They're not easy to get to, unfortunately, so it's at the moment I'm just letting it take the wheel and do what it wants to do at the moment in terms of what camera we're going to look at.
Yes. Up to 20.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
As we see Ferguson go very squiggly coming out of 6, and he's definitely hit the ball there. Hopefully he hasn't disturbed any drivers in that sense. Looks like he's still on the track. He's definitely recovered that well.
For it.
Yep.
Someone we haven't checked in with yet is Stephen Marsden, who is coming around the final. No, he's not.
That's the last. That was. Yes. At the second to last corner now.
Yes. There we go. Yep. Just wasn't quite ready for it. Let's see if Stephen can do any better. Up to 10th.
Nice.
Not bad. Next up will be Nick Mello.
Can he reach in bucket and get himself up to, well, into the 45? Well, actually, no, he's top 3, so I guess he'll be happy.
But,
yeah, he's in top 3. Yeah.
You take what you can get, you know.
You definitely do.
Oh, and that's not going to work.
That's not going to work. No, it's not.
Coming up next will be Chris Monroe.
Bit slidey. Oh, and he's back in the pits. Yeah, right.
Matt Cotter is still going.
He's currently showing 5th. Can he improve?
It's not enough to improve. That's a shame. Alright, well, it looks like that's it for qualifying for the first 2 races. Shouldn't be too long before we're into the second race. Oh, sorry, the first race of the night.
Yes. You see a little bit of shuffle coming power. Hopefully that is.
That's just people leaving and rejoining.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. I'm going to add something. Let's go for some of this.
As we wait for the server to be kick over to race race 1, our top 10 for this evening, if I am reading it correct, will be Zach O'Reilly, Chris Munro, Nick Mello, Daniel Cicluna, Daniel Walsh is your top 5, From 5th, it goes Matt Cotter, Lawrence Smith, Adam Betts, Andrew Ferguson, and Luke Newing rounding out your top 10.
That is our top 10 for tonight. Gonna try and see if I can bring up the current standings. It's not going to look as pretty as it usually does because I didn't make the video this week.
Ah, yes.
Let's have a look and see if I can sort this out. Let's see. So that is roughly what the standings look like currently. If I do that, that'll actually look okay. That actually needs to be a different window altogether. I've screwed that right up, haven't I?
Ah, done goobered.
I have goobed indeed. Try that one. No, it didn't want to work.
Ah.
What have I done? I've stuffed it.
What have you done?
Alright, let's bin that one. We'll go again. We'll try again.
We'll try again, he says.
Alright, here we go. That's a bit better. There are the current standings. That can stay there while I switch the server over.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's the current standings. Normally I've got a really pretty video for you, and I started making it, but then I didn't finish making it.
One can assume we will have a jumble or a movement in the standings after this race with the amount of drivers we have on the grid tonight and those who are absent.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yes. With a very small gap in between Delaney and Munro in the standings. If Munro can be consistent tonight, he'll probably definitely get into first in the standings tonight. That as well with O'Reilly and Betts. Well, actually, if we look here, Betts, O'Reilly, Cicluna, and Cotter. That's for sure.
Alright. Well, we have everything ready. We are now on the grid.
Awesome.
We've got 3 minutes to hang out and wait for everything to finish up. So yeah, as mentioned, tonight's races have been reduced. They were previously to be 12-lap races. Now they have been reduced to 9-lap races. It'll be a little bit of a shorter night, mostly just to make it a little less boring. Generally what tends to happen if you've got a smaller grid is the pack spreads out and there's not really much going on, and it just becomes laps, or cars doing laps on their own, which isn't particularly entertaining for everyone driving or for people watching, so we figured we'd reduce it just a little bit to make up for it.
Can I get a stream in Discord, thanks?
You can. You don't have a car in this server, do you?
I'm not in the server.
No, but you do have your car in the server that you could join and watch on.
Yes, I just prefer this because of lag.
Fair enough.
yes, it's definitely a me problem.
So we do have some new cameras for tonight. They are TV cameras. I don't think I'm on the right one. That's the one I'm looking for. Right there. Watch everyone pile in through turn 1. And we've got 30 seconds before we are underway.
Let's get there for a minute. I heard some cars revving up. I thought it was already time for lights off. Like, where the hell the lights are? No, not just quite yet. We got 10. There we go. Lights are about to come up now.
Lights are ready, yeah.
Three, 4, 5, 6 red lights. And it slides down and away we go racing at Albert Park tonight. A good start there by O'Reilly. Munro contesting him, coming into turn 1. Very close coming into turn 1 there. A few cars getting bumped in and off track there. As we see the cars come out past 2 into 3 now. O'Reilly leading with Munro having, I think that is Cicluna on his inside there, coming into 3. Cars not getting punted off, and it's very cool, calm and collective at this point in time in the race. O'Reilly making haste and already trying to get away from Mr. Munro here. As we see Cicluna trying to get the slipstream already from Munro to get up his back gearbox to scare Mr. Munro.
Oh, his gearbox, that's fantastic.
I mean, hey, in real life, these cars have the transactional gearbox in one and the tap at the back, so not in the sense as a normal road car, but yes.
So we've got a few different people using different tyres here. So the top 3 are on supers, the next 4 are on softs, and then Matty Richards and Andrew Ferguson on supers as well. Not everyone's that keen to try the supers. I guess they're probably thinking that with the softs they can push as hard as they want because the tyres will last, doesn't matter what they do.
Yes, yeah. Must be the mentality for some at the moment. Or sorry, the strategy for some at the moment.
And we were initially thinking there might be a little bit of what's the word? Looking for a little bit of
A lot of degradation?
No,
Longevity?
people being upset about the fact that the races were reduced a little.
Yeah.
There was concern of that. Daniel Walsh is within 2/10 of Lawrence Smith.
And he locks up coming into 1. But he's still holding on to the back of Mr. Smith as they approach turn 3. And we see Matt Cotter very close to the back of Cicluna. Very close indeed. Something I like about this iteration of circuit is the long sweeping right-left-hander before the 910 chicane is one long sweeping turn, no more chicane in between that from previous versions, so a lot of cars can grab a slipstream coming into before the turns 910 chicane, which could set up, for some brave enough, a dive down the inside if they so want to. As we see Matt Cotter itching closer and closer to Cicluna as they approach the very fast chicane here before 11.
Welcome to Card. Thank you for following. Welcome to AK Racing. At the moment, it's still fairly even.
Yes.
A number of people sort of chewing little bits of time out here and there.
Yep.
Newing drops down a couple of spots. I wonder if something's happened with Newing. They've just dropped down the order, as Smith also drops down the order. He's become a proper.
He's come very hot out of 13, looks by it. Pretty early on the throttle.
So, quite likely the case. It's very easy to do.
And what is Smith on? Softs, so interesting, yeah. So as we see Marsden going very hot into 1, it's time to decide to mow the grass today.
Yep.
As we see
Ferguson hassling Betts for that next best position. Shadow Quinn, hello there. General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. Nice.
Pretty much the only acceptable response when somebody says hello there. As the tower does tower things and
yes, it does.
decides to sort itself out. Andrew Ferguson's getting very close alongside
Very,
Betts.
very close. That makes sense there.
A lot of time suggesting that that's not a great place to try and make a move, but he certainly went for it.
It looks like he would have definitely got the bump there.
Yeah, he thought better of it. Pulled out.
So as he looks down the inside going into Illumina, doesn't he stays where he does. As we see as a party
on the move.
On the inside of
Slippy.
and
Hold
gets
on to it.
Grant holds onto his position as we see Math, little bump there on the back of Walsh as Math picks up the place, which is I can by the looks of it is a very textbook bump and run. As we see a couple of cars. Oh, who's this?
Walsh wants to look up the inside of Betts wants to look up the inside of Walsh. Very much there.
A touch there into 1.
It was a bit of a touch. Virgo thinks he can capitalise.
This is what we were hoping for coming into tonight, and we are definitely getting that right now. As we see Betts holding onto the position with Ferguson, as you said, capitalising, overtaking Walsh.
Chris O'Reilly gets past. Sorry, Chris Monroe apparently got past Zach O'Reilly, but no, it was just the tower doing tower things.
Yes.
But he has pulled that gap out. It was a pretty decent gap. For a while there, Chris has seemed to pull it down to within half a second.
We have
still
on the
looking at
back.
Betts.
Yes. Those super softs coming into their own is definitely helping Ferguson get some time on the straights over Betts driving those softs.
Probably find that 9 laps is the outside extreme limits of what these supers can do on this track.
Definitely, yes.
You probably find 5 is good if you're spending the whole race pushing. But
sooner or later,
you're going to need to nurse them a little bit, I'd imagine.
Definitely. By the looks of them, these drives on the super soft, they're going very ham at it, and coming after this 5th lap, they're going to have to start to think about taking the easy route, hoping to hold position and not ruin their tyres, whilst also, defending from those who may be on the soft tyre that might have more domination coming to the latter half of this race. One of those gambles and combination of gamble and looking after the tyres just enough. Yes. As he saw Walsh off there. I thought he blew his engine there, but must have locked up the left front. Chris Monroe is still looking at the back of Zach O'Reilly's car. 2 Mercs going at it. They're definitely going at it. Monroe's definitely got the slipstream here. He's got a lot of pace. Does anyone hear DRS? No. Oh, as O'Reilly comes out of 10 bit swiggly, Munro capitalises as they come into 11. Munro's having a look, holding his line.
Thinks about having a look, but not quite there yet. Not ready for it.
Definitely not ready, yes.
It's all about trying to keep everything set up.
It's a battle.
Every advantage you can as it comes.
Yes. When they come to the last corner, the battle of the video game makers. Sega versus Daytona Racing Machine.
True.
Just by the looks of these two, they're definitely, with their pace and haste, they're definitely getting away from Cicluna there.
Yeah. Largely in sync with each other at the moment, but they're two different driving styles.
Yes. I can just tell with O'Reilly, he's got a very solid planted setup by the looks of it, and with Munro, he's very loose coming out of corners. Like they probably only attest to maybe their rear wing setup, who's got more downforce and who's got more open. As Munro coming out of 8 hits the grass.
Does your league have something on the lines of a newbie rookie series? There is a Super Tool grid for V8 Supercars, which is generally for those that are a little bit less experienced. If you're at all interested, there's a link to our Discord.
On top of that, we also do have a Wednesday Cup series, which is a more relaxed, fun race series. Yes, yeah.
At the moment, it's running an F3 open wheeler.
Yep.
And we just visited the hardest track on the calendar, being Monaco.
Yeah, Monaco. Yep. Oh, as Munro decides to realise, yes, that is how they do live in Tokyo. As he comes out of the last corner on the slides there.
Brand new to sim racing, just bought your first wheel a month ago. Well,
nice.
That's the first steps down the rabbit hole. That's for sure. As Adam Betts is making time on Matty Richards.
Yes, he is. Pulling out 147. Sorry, was that no 8? My bad. 8. Got here, yes. I wonder if Mr. Richards is losing his super softs. I wonder.
It'd be about that time.
It won't help that he's trying to overtake Mello whilst defending from Betts. That will definitely not help his super softs in this latter half of the race.
Endless yellow flags. Yeah, it seems the light boxes are just constantly flashing.
Yeah. Definitely, that's just I think a track mod thing, unfortunately. I wonder what...
AC, ACC and Race Room, all good titles. AC will get you running in just about anything you can think of, given it has the mod support. ACC is a very polished title, as Murphy is looking like he's going to have a crack on Mello.
Still a three battle coming into 11. Whoa, with a 3 wide. Wait, oh, it's a touch and a half here. Betts gets pushed out as well as Richards, but Richards is holding his own whilst whilst Betts is battling it out. So we're going to go through right again? I don't think so. No, it's too wide. With now Ferguson having a look at the back of Betts and Mello. Richards now trying to Walsh in there too. My goodness, this is what we're talking about. This is what we wanted.
This is what we wanted.
Look at that. That's what you want. I don't think you see this in F1. Go on. Cool thing as we see Mello cutting grass tonight. As Richards, and decides to maybe relieve a sigh of relief, and maybe he might be out of the woods for this one, but you know, anything can happen in 1 and a bit, no, 2 and a bit half laps. Everyone trying to find and cement their piece of real estate coming in to the final laps of the race. We have Betts on the softs, Ferguson on the super softs, but Bosch on the softs. So maybe can we see Ferguson, depending how wrecked his super softs are, can he climb all over the back of Betts into the final laps? We'll just wait and see as he definitely gets bong that time. He went right over that curb. As he decides to go on the inside here, up to 11. Betts holding his line, defending very nicely. Ferguson going a bit wide and swiftly coming out 11. Grabbing some grass there. Walsh deciding to say hello. It's me. Come here.
Where's that roof cam that I wanted? There it is. I
There
just
it
looks
is.
weird on the Volvo. That's
As Math goes wide, coming out of 13. Whee. It's going to be a battle of the super softs between the Euros, the Merc, and the Volvo coming into the last lap now. Andrew Ferguson got the slipstream coming up to turn 1 here. Rich is going to hold his line. Oh, a little bit of a touch there. Oh, Walsh decides to say hello as Ferguson bumps Walsh and clabbers him off the track as Ferguson decides to put himself around.
Ferguson's probably losing those supers because he's getting squiggly there.
Mello decides to just take some free real estate there, and as well as Grant.
Yeah.
My goodness, it's on. It's on. It's a battle of the tires.
Yeah.
Really, it is. This is what we wanted, and like I said again,
yeah, and see these guys, if Chris can pull that away from Zach.
it's Sega versus Daytona in the last lap of race 1 tonight. As Riley gets away a little bit, Munro might not be able to make it stick tonight. He might just have to deal with second place.
Sometimes second's enough.
But as of lately, I heard I'm not here for second. I'm here for first, apparently, as one driver said.
Very true. Mello and Grant just switching positions back there. Chris gets sideways.
Munro's around. Coming out of third.
Luna's going to try and capitalise on that, but he's not quite close enough. Zach O'Reilly brings it home for race 1. Chris Munro not far behind, and Danielson not following. Matt Cotter brings it home as well. Adam Betts is just around the corner. He'll throw it across the line. Not far behind him is Matty Richards. We do have a couple of guys throwing a battle for a spot on him. No, not quite there enough. Same again back there. As the last few bring it home for the end of the race.
Very well done to everyone. That was a very interesting race.
Yeah. Stephen Marsden's the last one to finish up. And that's race 1 for tonight. I'm going to give you the standings video from Wish. It's not actually a video, it's just a picture.
Yes.
Be nice if it worked. There we go. All signed up. Good stuff. Make sure you get your registration form done. We will get you organised with the relevant roles in the next day or so. All done. Good stuff. We'll get you sorted out, and then you can see the other channels, see the different events we have going on. But we'll be back with you shortly for race 2. Thank you for the follow, Shadow Quinn. Alright, here we are for race 2. Got a bit over 2.5 minutes before we get underway.
It's very long stream.
Sorry?
Stream, sorry.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, cheers.
I'll remember that one day.
You're good, mate, you're good.
Is that actually working for you? Is it coming through?
Nah, it's still loading. Nope, still doing a thing.
Interesting. And the alternative would be to join the server.
Yeah.
We were having this issue the other night.
Okay.
I think it's because there's kind of a limit to how much processing power the computer has. Trying to run the game, OBS, Discord stream, all of that fun stuff all at once. It doesn't quite like it, but we'll see. Fingers crossed for a pile-up, Castle reckons. Maximum entertainment and maximum pain trying to look at it later. Where is that camera angle? Alright, it's not. This will have to do for the time being. My remote app has crashed. Fantastic.
Nice. Oh, it's going to do a thing.
Looks like the lights are about to come up. There we go. 6 lights on. 6 lights off and we're off. As they tear in through turn 1 and turn 2. One seems to be keeping it relatively tidy for the time being. Noel decides to go off a little bit there. Alright, we get some of this. There we go. Can Chris Munro bring it back from last race? He tried very, very hard last race to keep on top of Zach O'Reilly. Made some ground here and there. There we go, and just about everyone except for 2 drivers, Lachlan Grant and Aaron as a party, have all opted for the Super Softs. Let's see how that works out for them. These guys are settling into their rhythms. Let's have a look back here where the action is. We've got cars jostling around for position. Fergo switches out to the inside line. Holds tight on that line. Walsh gets a bit wobbly. Any locked ends?
I mean, as we see Walsh bumping Ferguson coming into 3. Oh, we have Grant around.
Grant spins.
Cars finding that piece of real estate. Cars are very close together in laps.
Yeah, it's these little sectors here where everyone's all bunched up. Things happen.
We see Betts on the outside of Mello coming up to 910 chicane. Who's going to have the guts to make a stick? They both do, and giving room to each other. As we see Walsh on the back of Richards there. It's going to be a 4-way battle here in a second.
Won't be long before it is.
Richards pulls out. Yeah. Betts giving room.
Professional. Love you, Matthew.
Yeah, love you, mate. Oh. As we get over that nice, funny joke, we cars getting a bit from each other now.
They're spreading
Cars
out a
spreading
little
out.
bit.
Yeah. Well, we're still trying to clamber on the back of Richards.
As Richards decides to have a connection.
Yeah. Looks like this race, more drivers are opting for the Super Soft.
Yep, we've got 2 on the normal softs for this one.
Oh, as Mello goes wide there into 8.
Is my game audio having a crap like it did last time? Chris Monroe hot on Zach O'Reilly's heels.
Oh yes, as he goes wide on the grass there out of 10. Side by side, Sega versus Daytona once again into 11. Daytona on the inside, Sega getting bumped from Daytona. Daytona saying nah, bye bye. As O'Reilly scampers off into oblivion.
Richards and Walsh still hard at it. Betts and Mello just ahead of them.
I'm just trying to make some ground with Betts here, whilst trying to get away from Walsh. Also, Betts in the meantime trying to again gain ground on Mello. As Richards and Walsh decide to go wide out of 1. They follow each other. More Walsh following Richards. As we see, I think Cicluna is trying to do a thing. Get up to the back of...
Cicluna is trying to get up the back of Cotter.
Yes. one thing as well with the drivers going super soft, so who's decided to take into account fuel loads, who's going heavy, who's going light. That would also play a part on pace and track position. As yeah, right. Oh, as we see Richards push Betts out, coming out of 11. Oh my goodness! As we see, is that Ferguson capitalising on Walsh as he
making a move? Yeah,
pops Walsh into 12. As Betts is trying to, as Walsh goes out at 13.
All going on here down in the midfield.
Yes, it's all going on as we see Betts get the better run as Walsh decides to.
Walsh wants to move over, but Betts
he
is
wants to bash some elbows coming down the main straight. Oh my goodness.
Up the tower's playing silly buggers again, making me think that Chris got past that, but he hasn't.
No.
Daniel Cicluna's still hot on Matt Cotter's heels.
Making their way.
Yep, yet again.
Through 3 and 4. Oh, Cicluna. Definitely living in Tokyo.
Bit of a train with Walsh and Betts. All up and in behind Ferguson. As we see Betts slowly, really on the back bump of Walsh. He's deciding to go on the outside here. He's a bit of overlap. Who's gonna make a move coming into 10? Walsh is deciding to go on the real close inside. He goes on the grass. He's definitely cutting the corner. Is he gonna? Whoa, bit of hip and shoulder there from Betts on as a party. Walsh is staying in his position, not backing down. Not gonna. I can't say readdressing because nothing was done there. I would say if there was contact, it might have been close, but it might not have necessarily been contact.
See Betts and Ewing, a little battle there.
Ewing wants to look at the inside.
Definitely does, yes.
Fuel spend is different because you can plant it quicker with more grip at the track.
Two side by side, yeah. Ferguson letting Walsh know that he is there, give me some room. As he decides, Walsh giving the hip and shoulder, pushing Ferguson right out.
Ferguson's still there for the next corner.
Very wow. Yeah, cars are very close at the moment. It's a very, very good battle as we see Ferguson turn down. Walsh can,
certainly get looked at later.
Yeah.
Just hearing over race director comms, he's been asked to redress that.
Interesting, very interesting. Race director Green for us tonight, as always, doing a very good job keeping an eye on the race for us all.
It's going to be a horrible effort to redress that too.
Yeah, that battle still goes on.
He's going to want to let Ferguson pass without letting anyone else take a position on him. Well, it looks like he's... Oh, Ferguson.
Ferguson. Yeah, he does. And, Walsh decides to go very ham on the throttle, losing it. But luckily not punting anyone off in the process. Sorry, bumping. You see Walsh around the outside of Ewing coming into 13 as he... Wow, makes a stick around the outside. Does a thing. He does a thing. As we see Ewing getting the slipstream, trying to, return serve. Taking the line to 1, yes. Walsh makes a stick. Ewing still right in close. Walsh bit ham on the out. Ewing having a look on the inside. No overlap just yet, but I think he's gonna keep it close to the vest here. As they both got a little bit ham coming out of 3 into 4 now. Walsh, again, squiggly. That might just be his. Oh, as I'm looking at the lap count now, these laps go very fast by when when you really get into it. And I can tell, probably, these guys' tires are dying for sure.
Yeah, they're certainly. I imagine they're probably pushing as hard as they can.
Yeah.
Supercars is at the moment one of the closest.
Yes. Yep. Still trying to clatter onto the back of Cotter here.
I think depending on what happens with all these sort of the top 7 on their supers, if their tyre wear is a bit average at the moment, a chance, then as a party might stand to gain a position or 2 because of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Get a bit squiggly. We're looking at sort of mid to high 47s.
Yeah. I'm seeing a lot of cars just then from Cotter and Walsh, very squiggly coming out of the second to last corner there. So definitely tyre wear is on him. Definitely at the time. As a party here, as a party, very consistent so far. A little bit squiggly, but not as much as those on the super soft. I think I can see it. Getting very, very close.
We're just trying to fill the mirrors of Cotter, hoping he makes a mistake.
Yeah.
Walsh gets by as a party further down the order.
Interesting.
Might see it happen.
Oh, is it side by side now? Is it side by side? Yeah, it is. Oh no, as a party has got her position back. Going to 11. Walsh keeping it tucked in very close, sticking very close to the back wing as a party as we come into the second to last corner. As now the leader passes the line for the second to last time onto the final lap, as we see now. Oh no, Walsh very wide. No, not very wide. Sorry, very hot on the throttle. Squiggly coming out of second to last now to the main straight. Walsh trying to get the slipstream. He's getting closer. He's got the stream. They're coming to 1 now. Is he gonna ruin it, or is he? No, he keeps it
Aaron
tucked
holds
in.
onto it.
Yeah, he does. He does. Oh, as we see Ferguson hit the wall. Oh no, that is unfortunate.
Fergus hit the wall. Rough.
Yeah, very rough.
So right now everyone's probably just crossing their fingers, hoping their tyres hold off, give them enough grip just to finish this lap.
All drivers definitely panic buying at the moment, trying to hold on to his position or get some more ground on their opponent. As we see as a party making the gap wider between herself and Walsh. As Zach O'Reilly now.
Two are going to change positions at this
No.
point, unless someone makes a massive mistake. So
Yes.
at the moment, the next best possibility is probably Sequina against Cotter.
Who are now approaching the last corner. So with that, O'Reilly's crossed the line first, Monroe second. Cotter comes in third with Sequina fourth.
Nick
Another one
shortly
fifth.
behind.
Yes.
Matty Richards for 6th. Adam Beck Betts is rounding and up the main straight for 7th.
Other parties kept it together and stayed in 8th. Walsh 9th and Ewing 10th. Yeah, I think that's our first 2 races done.
First 2 races done indeed.
Yeah, we'll go into another quali session now, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a quali session coming up very shortly. We'll be back with you for that in just a moment.
Awesome.
Alrighty, here we are for qualifying 2. Qualify harder. So the guys will have 12 minutes to put in a lap as best they can for the second 2 races. The second group of 2 races, I should say.
Whichever way you want to look at it, it's a new day for us in the simulation world. We approach the final seconds to pit lane green for the cars to go out. And now the cars are heading out on their out lap. Cars are trying to grab the grass coming out of 5 on the cold tyres on their out lap. Makes sense, but it's very, very bold of them to go very hard on the out lap. But hey, whatever gets your tyres warm quicker.
Yeah, the supers generally take about a lap or so to come like really, really good, don't they?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
So I guess it's probably something not quite catered for in AC, is that normally if you belt the tyres too hard too quickly, they kind of shit themselves. Whereas here it's just all about getting them up as quickly as possible.
Yeah. So the first few cars come around in the final corner now for their first lap, hot lap. Under those lights on, lovely green underglow.
It's nice and quick across the first 3 corners. Maximize the speed down towards turn 4. Wait, I'm screwing the corner numbers up, aren't I?
Yeah, that was 3 now, we're up to 5.
Yeah, right.
And up to 6 now. Sorry, 7. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird.
He's at the corner.
He's at a corner, yes.
Yeah,
corner.
he's about
this
to
is
turn
6
right.
now. Yeah, yep, 6.
So he's turning right. And then left, and then right again.
That's 8, yes, yeah.
Big long sweeping right, this one.
Yeah.
Now he's going left again.
Yep. Yeah, they call this turn 8. And now the car approaches turn 9. On the brakes hard, those brake discs are glowing. Tyres keeping his car stuck to the ground, not slidey coming out of 10. Definitely on the pace, yeah. And he approaches turn 11, hard on the brakes. Hitting that apex very nice, hitting his markers. Not too wide on exit, up to 12 now. Right on the curb. On to the final 2. Very, very consistent from under at the moment. Final corner now.
Let's see what the benchmark is.
Oh yes.
We've got a
146.3. Yes. his arch nemesis, Zach O'Reilly. Where is he at the moment? He's on his hot lap now, I can assume.
Luna does a 46.5.
Turn 8, approaching 9. I'm still under the assumption O'Reilly's on his hot lap.
Yeah, I believe so, currently.
As Betts gives way to O'Reilly and Grant. O'Reilly a little bit wider, missing the apex, and it's quickly come out of 11. Those brake discs are glowing. He approaches the final 2 corners now, carrying a lot of speed into 12. Sorry, 13 down.
Opens the throttle up on that through that final corner, and
another 45.8, but
it must have been invalid or something.
Yes. He would have been, he's 8.97, he would have been under Munro. Munro just did 45.834. So, Munro and Riley, very, very close.
Nick Mello does a 46.3, not quite representative of those top times, but quick, relatively quick. Otto comes through with a 46.5 as well. Stephen Marsden with a 47.6. Good enough for 7th position. Zach O'Reilly has another crack at it.
And O'Reilly matches last invalidated time to put on the board a valid lap to rival Munro. Have to see.
He's got 5.5 minutes to do it.
Oh yes, he can bring another lap and a bit. In. Riley once again in the final sector. Again, very high on his poly pace. Very fast car.
Very clean through that last corner.
Definitely. That was a 46.3, that was.
46.3. He's probably going to head back to the pits, get some fuel balance and some fresh tyres.
Fresh boots, yep.
Try and improve.
Oh, O'Reilly stopped on track once again, back in the pits. He's gonna have another crack again.
He's about to cross the line, so he can improve. No, he is.
No, he can't. That was a 47 flat, yes.
Ewing, who just crossed the line then, is the only one to not really put a representative time on the board yet.
Yeah. I think quite a few of these drivers have gone invalidated. I'm
Yeah.
seeing their best laps are obviously good laps, but their last is showing a 2 minute or 3 minute, which is that representative of an outlap. So one can assume they have invalidated on their hot laps, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
and that's for Knoll and Newing at the moment.
Well, Lenol's managed a 48.5. Not particularly quick in terms of this grid, but enough to sort of slot them in. Newing probably just going for a banker on this run just to make sure it's valid.
Yeah. We approach the 1 minute and 40 seconds of here. Who can make a difference in quality?
Luke Newing throws down a 47.4.
Yes.
Checking with Mr. O'Reilly, see if he is able to.
Yes, let's see what he can do. What's he doing? He's on a fast one too, definitely.
Throw the gauntlet down again, so to speak. Quali one time was certainly a sight to behold. Let's see if he can do it again.
As we now approach 50 seconds of quali time left. So as I'm noticing a lot of drivers making bold moves in the final minute. Try to make a difference in quali. Riley approaches, exits turn 10. Very consistent, very smooth, very fast. Can he improve on his time of 1:46.3? Ten seconds left.
Those out on track now. It's as much opportunity as they're going to get.
Oh yes.
Riley on his run. Let's see where he ends up. Does a 46 flat.
Yeah.
Not quite enough to do better. Chris Munro is about to throwing it around the final sector now.
What's he going to pull out of the hat?
Yeah, can he improve just a little bit at all? 45.8 is as good as it's going to get. Okay, next up to cross the line we will have, no, not Daniel Walsh. Nick Mello will be the next.
It looks like he's up on his time a little bit.
He's currently looking at the first spot on that second row, which is quite good. Hold on, no, we've had people leave the server since. Farmers Union iced coffee livery.
Very nice livery. As Mello goes very wide coming out of 12 as we approach 13. Last corner now.
It's looking reasonably conservative, but
yes,
maybe there's enough in it. Improves
as he proves a 46.2, yes.
46.2.
But I think I'll put him into third, I believe.
Yeah, hard to say at the moment. We'll find out in a moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure O'Reilly was a 46 flat with a bit of change, but then
Yeah,
um,
so Chris Munro with a 45.8, Zach O'Reilly with a 46 flat, Mello with a 46.28, Cicluna with a 46.29, Cotter with a 46.5. Shortly after that, we've got things disappearing, so I can't see it do its thing. There we go. Lachlan Grant in 6th with a 46.9. Tony Walsh, also a 46.9, but a couple of hundredths up the road. Stephen Marsden in 8th with a 47.12. Matty Richards with a 47.15. And rounding out our top 10 is Andrew Ferguson with a 47.3. And that's our grid for race 3 coming up shortly. We will be right back with you for it when it goes live.
all good.
Alrighty, and we are back for race 3 of 4. One more to go after this. 4 little short, sweet sprint races tonight at this very demanding Albert Park Melbourne track. A little bit over 3 minutes until we are underway for race 3.
coming into the last two races of the night, I wonder, being it's the last two races of the night, I wonder if we'll see more bold moves from anyone trying to capitalise on their position of race finishes tonight. Try climb up the ladder into some better positions.
It's possible.
Yes.
As they all start revving their engines, with about a half a minute to go. Here we go with the lights. Six lights on and six off. I think it's a pretty clean start so far. They tear off into turn one. Little bit of bumping and rubbing around the back. Sean from Sydney. Hello, sir. Thank you for the follow.
Great start by Munro here. And all the cars spread out to find a piece of real estate.
Yep, we've got a couple of cars around in that back section.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
Leslie is not asleep. I'll have you know, thanks, Sean. Good problem. Chris is running off with his commanding lead. Alright, I'm going to quickly switch over so that we can actually see what is going on. There we go. That is much better. So at the moment, Chris Munro has had a great start and has pulled as much space as he can out of that lead in front of Zach O'Reilly. Moment we've got Nick Mello forcing the issue, trying to get in front of Danny Sublimer as best he can. Looks like Adam Betts has made up a bit of ground after the earlier spin. Danny Walsh drops down the field a little bit.
As we see all cars sliding in behind each other for the remainder of the race.
Now that it's finished up for a fair few of them. Now it's just a matter of seeing if they all just settle in or if they're all going to try and put the moves on. It's like
as we see
Walsh.
Yeah, as we see Walsh coming on the inside of a new wing into one. Very easy done move by him, it seems, as he defends coming in 2-3. Getting real close, nearly tapping him, saying hello, it's me, once again.
Yeah. Not going to get away with it that easy.
Yeah, definitely.
Has a party shortly behind. These guys love a battle.
And these guys love to slide their cars right out.
Looks like Ferguson's making a bit of ground on Lachlan Grant.
Oh, yes.
See how that Volvo's going.
Ferguson making ground, coming into 9 and 10, making it stick, giving Grant a challenge. Can Ferguson get the slipstream coming up to 10 to make a move? Not quite, but...
I think if anything, it's gaining ground.
Definitely gaining ground, yes.
With a possible look in at turn 1. Might be the next opportunity.
Yes. If you can get the run very nice and clean coming out of 14, the final turn, you give him a good run coming up to 1 for a very solid overtake, definitely. Or, but maybe not quite. He's a bit down from Grant on come around this time.
Like the lap times are fairly representative of their positions as they all cross the line.
Yes.
A few high 48s, a couple of low 49s. I think the tower is doing silly things again. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Standard. A lot cooler if it didn't.
As our usual suspects, Munro, Riley and Cicluna, in their typical usual places, that of the last two races, I should say. Top 3. Number 4. Cotter definitely representing 5th. Seems to be his usual spot this round, but not usual of him in previous races I've seen of him. That's for sure.
As a party brings it through turn 10, gets a little squirrely up on the curb. Nothing too major though, it doesn't unsettle things too badly. Andrew Ferguson having another look at Lachlan Grant. It looks as though Fergo makes up a lot of his time in that first and second sector.
Yeah.
Maybe can't quite hold on to it through that last sector.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely got his car set up in a way that greatly benefits him in the first 2 sectors, but as long as he gets that good close run coming out of the last corner, he'll have a good run of a slipstream on his opponent. But then, as it seems in the past 2 laps we've seen, he greatly moves back to have a gap between himself and Grant in the last sector. But now it looks like he's very good on the brakes coming into 3. Very close on the back of Grant here.
Yeah. What's funny about it all is their lap times were very different, with Fergo being a significantly faster lap on that last time of asking. So I think it's just a matter of having Fergo get past in the first 2 sectors, and then just using the 3rd sector to defend, and then make up ground in the first 2 again on the next run.
Definitely.
Although Matty Richards is looking like they have put the move on as a party through that long sweeping.
A very interesting place to make a move, I must say. I think he approaches 9 and 10 now. Well, I can see why Richards has made the move. Richards is on super softs compared to as a party on the softs, yet we see as a party coming out of 10 getting very bit close to Richards as they approach 11 now. But again, that may be a difference in setup, which causes as a party to get a bit more close coming out of certain corners. As we see in the background, Betts going wide and Christie going out of 12.
Interesting to see Betts that far down the order. He's usually a lot further up, but he had that spin in turn 1. Lap 1 on turn 3.
Yeah, unfortunate incident, which I guess will be something that our fellow RD Green will have to look at post-race.
So yeah, the lap times popping up just then, Betts was a good half a second or better quicker than the handful of cars in front of him.
His best is a 148 flat. As a party was a 48.7. Richards was a 47.5. So yeah, he's got some work cut out for him. Betts does.
But Matt Cotter is going to challenge Nick Mello.
Oh yes.
Last year's champion. It's interesting to not see him fighting for those top dog spots.
Definitely, yeah, it is very makes you wonder what...
Yeah, whether it's through a lack of practice or or what this season. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
Newing makes a pass on Walsh, which we've unfortunately missed, but
They're still thinking side by side coming through
we're still
10.
working on it.
Yeah, still working with Richards. He's given Richards the leg up. Richards now clamming onto the back of Walsh. Yeah, Walsh is going to have to defend from Richards now. Newing has got a bit of an earlier touch between Walsh and Newing. Newing's going to actually have to cut Walsh off, and it causes Newing to crash into Richards. Oh my God, Newing's his car's off everywhere. We've got Grant in the mix too now. That's going to be an incident and a half to look at post-race, definitely. I wonder if we might see a safety car as I see Grant still on the middle of the circuit main straight, but according to the track map, he is currently last and there's no other cars for another minute behind him, so
He's got a bit of time to sort himself out.
Yeah, I think he might be definitely on the horn. As I see a car. Newing has gone into the pits. He's definitely got damage there. It's unfortunate for him. I wonder if Grant has too. But yeah, that's probably our race incident. Another race incident for the night. We'll see how it plays out for the rest. As I see Munro 2 seconds ahead of O'Reilly. He's
definitely
he's
things for the time
he's
being.
on to that. Yes.
I think Adam Betts is going to be not far behind Matty Richards. Might be looking to make a move soon. Nasty Muffins, hello there. I'm not presently racing. People racing with us use a very wide variety of different wheelbases.
Yes. Can attest to that.
Some guys on the Logitech G Series. A bunch of people with all the way up to the boutique direct drive setups.
Yes.
Everyone's got something a little different, so. Matty Richards is complaining with a little bit of steering damage.
Okay.
I can hear.
That would be reminiscent of the incident he came into with Newing and Walsh coming out of 14 on the last lap on lap 6. That was, yes. Let's see. Richards' last lap was a 49.7. His best a 47.5. With Betts a last lap of 51.8. His Betts fastest at 48 is flat. So yeah, it's going to be interesting between these two. I think just from envisioning, having a look at these two, Betts might start to climb and gain some ground and get close to Richards, but who knows? Richards might come in to pits for repair, don't know, highly doubt it, but
yeah, it'd almost be silly to try at this point in time.
yeah, I mean, well, yeah, it is lap 7 now, so my mind's still in the weeds of a normal race more than 20 laps long, so yeah, I always forget this is a sprint round, so. It seems like Richards is taking the easy route through the chicane of 9 and 10. I think a few of these drivers are I think they got definitely a few drivers here got some damage for sure.
Let's have a look. It's looking relatively straight. It doesn't look like he's got a whole lot of a dead zone or anything. So.
As you see, Richards come close to Azzopardi coming close to Walsh soon. Probably might not happen, but it might come to another three horse race soon, depending how these drivers stack up with consistency coming into the final 2 laps of the race.
Very true. Looks like Matt Cotter is yet again having another go at Nick Mello.
Okay.
Time out. I think at this point in time, probably looking at that as a battle and Richards as a party. Depending on Richards and his level of damage, say, anything can happen in a lap and a half, but outside of those two battles, I think we're looking at what the order is going to be. If I may be so bold.
Yeah, here. Sorry, not Munro. Cotter, yes, definitely itching closer and closer as the kilometres wear down. As Cotter goes.
Very slow.
Yes, he does. Just by the looks of it, I feel like just from the vision, Cotter's got the upper hand in the braking zones compared to long straights. I think his car hasn't exactly been set up for the few long straights we got here compared to Mello. But
he's got his car dialed in for cornering and
yeah,
throwing it around the corners, using the rear
definitely
end lack of grip to rotate the car.
As I'm seeing here, he's from the corners. He's just made up so much ground.
Yeah.
I think, and Mello, as we see now, he's just opening it up.
Now it's just keep the pressure on and get Mello feeling nervous about it.
Definitely.
As it gets squiggly.
Well, he's got the slipstream and he's decided to go too wide. Oh, they get a bit close coming out onto the so-called long 8th straight curve. Oh, a bit of hip and shoulder there. Too wide coming into 9. Mello on the inside. No, he doesn't. And, Cotter keeping it together, going wide, catching the grass there. Mello with a full head. Definitely.
Could have been a lot worse. Spent a lot of time in the lead up to this race reminding people that that's not really an ideal situation or place to try and put a move on.
Oh yeah.
But if Matt wants an extra position, it's basically now or never.
Yes. It's very nice to see.
Final corner drive.
Definitely. Very shallow coming out of there. Oh, Mello decides to do a thing. I don't know what it's the final lap. Yep. I didn't notice that. I didn't look. No, that's Hubert.
Ferguson brings it home for 7th. We missed out on the top few, but Chris Monroe is our race winner for tonight. For race number 3, Zach O'Reilly, Daniel Cicluna rounding out the podium. Nick Mello in 4th, Matt Cotter in 5th, Andrew Ferguson in 6th, Daniel Walsh 7th, Aaron Azzopardi in 8th, Matthew Richards, here he is, he's come home in 9th, Adam Betts in 10th, Jesse Linnell in 11th, Lawrence Smith, which that's him. There he is. Followed by Lachlan Grant, Luke Newing, and Stephen Marsden, who is now back in the pits. So that is race 3 done and dusted. We will be back with you very soon for the final race of tonight. All right, and here we go for race number 4 tonight.
A reminder of your top 10 this evening for the final race of round 4. We have Chris Monroe, Zach O'Reilly, Daniel Cicluna, Mick Mello, Matt Cotter, if I do have it right, Andrew Ferguson, yes, Daniel Walsh, Aaron Azzopardi, Matthew Richards, and Adam Betts. Great variety of vehicles on the top 10 tonight.
For some reason, for some reason my remote app, which is what I use to control who I'm looking at, what camera angles I look at, it's showing Chris Monroe in 18th.
Okay.
Bizarre, but
interesting.
very evident that he's not.
Yeah. Last race I had issues with my, the app pages. You can switch between. I show different apps on your screen.
Yep.
Yeah, I had issues with somehow my page 1 apps were in my page 3, which I use for streaming, and I had to just delete a lot of them. Didn't help in the opening laps of the race, but I got there in the end.
Alright, a little under a minute until we get going for the final race of tonight. Next week we have the Super 2 race also at Albert Park. On the same weekend as the actual F1 race. I believe the F1 race actually wraps up before we get started, thankfully.
Yes, it does, yep.
But I suppose we'll see how many people turn up.
Yes.
This week. If they're having an F1 party and they decide to get on the sauce a bit, maybe they won't want to.
Oh yes, yes.
We will see. "10 seconds until we're on the way."
Lights are up.
Lights are up indeed. 6 lights.
6 lights.
And off we go. A bit of wheel spin. Off the line as they
see Munro off to a great start.
Turn 1, yeah.
Clean so far from a few. Slidey coming out of 2 for Mello. And the pack is sticking together. No incidents so far. 3 wide coming into 3. Ooh, oof. Cotter does a thing. Holds the outside. Matthew's out. Yes. Ferguson 2. 2 wide, Mello and Nick and Matt. Ooh.
Yeah, they've come together.
O'Reilly's gone wide. They're coming out of 5. Sorry. 2 wide. Cicluna and Mello. Ooh, a bit of hip and shoulder from Cicluna and Mello from 6 as they approach 7 and 8.
Chris Monroe's torn off up the road to hold on to things as best he can. And everyone seems to have sorted themselves out a little bit.
As we see Betts and Smith, Yes.
It's about to switch out to...
we just had... Think of an incident in 10. It was a close one. I just saw 2 cars come close together. I think a car got turned around in 9, and then I think Smith and they got involved, but it was clean so far.
It's like Azzopardi and Ferguson are battling it out. Ferguson being a fantastic defensive driver.
It's looking to gain from the battle at hand. by the looks of things.
What a very close on O'Reilly. This is a bit more like it. This is what we usually see.
Bet's on the inside, making a move on as a party. Bit hard on the brakes coming into 3. He makes the move stick. Bit slidey coming out of 3 into 4 now. And Bet's got the move done.
Has indeed. While Quatter continues to look at the back of O'Reilly's car from less than a couple of tenths away.
I wonder, has O'Reilly got a bit of damage?
Let's have a look on board. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah?
No, it looks about right.
Okay. This is going to be interesting play coming into the next couple of laps between O'Reilly and Cotter. This is the closest I've seen Cotter in. Well, he's currently in 3rd, but it's the closest I've seen him in the top 3.
Yeah.
Tonight, that's for sure.
It's usually seeing him up on the top step of the podium, but
yes,
a bit behind the 8 ball this season.
He might change it up tonight, but don't know.
So with Zach relegated to defending, it gives Chris Munro the opportunity to bugger off
Get
in the
away,
distance
yes.
at the front there.
More than just about 2.5 seconds gap between himself and O'Reilly.
Not a gap you want.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh.
O'Reilly gets a bit taily out of that one.
Same position where he went off and into the grass the previous lap, which caused him to sink back into the hands of Cotter. So Cotter touches grass coming out of 8.
If it were last season, we'd be talking about how he should touch some grass, but maybe he's touching a bit too much grass this season.
Yeah.
He gets right up on the back of O'Reilly through 9 and 10.
Again on the grass a little bit, and getting the slipstream. O'Reilly decides to defend.
Late on the brakes.
Definitely.
Goes for the switcheroo.
That doesn't make it stick, unfortunately.
Not quite there. Maybe a tidy, but well, it's a tidy battle thus far. So Luna's just there in the background, waiting for to make a mistake.
As O'Reilly does make that said mistake you have just called out, and it's side by side, but hip and shoulder from both Cotter and O'Reilly. Oof.
Leaving room.
Decides to shut the door to see how it's going. O'Reilly gets the switch once again overlap. Inside for Cotter, outside for O'Reilly. Touching, they both touch. O'Reilly's on the grass. Cicluna's going to capitalise, and they're going to go 3 wide. Cicluna is definitely cheering about that, but
he's not upset.
Also going to have to defend from O'Reilly. O'Reilly and Cotter don't seem to be too happy about that.
Probably not.
And now Mello's going to have a look. Mello's decided to come into this and knock on the door with a pizza and a pack of VB, I reckon.
Never mind.
Never mind. I think he's come into this definitely with his case of Farming United's coffee, and unfortunately the milk's gone sour, and so Mello decided to hit the grass again.
Meanwhile, Chris Munro, 4 seconds out in front.
Is it the Cup? I was seeing like 10, 11 seconds of gap in Mazda Cup last Wednesday. He's definitely driving the wheels of the thing like the open wheel F3. My goodness, yeah. 4 seconds. with the heavy foot, trying to get down, trying to pull away from the grasp of Riley. As he seems to come out all 14 onto the main straight. Cleaner 48, O'Reilly 46 down around, Cotter on 88. Cotter again touching grass, coming out on 1.
It looks like only Walsh is trying to make a move on Mick Mello, who dropped, had a bit of a stop to pick up the milk crate that he dropped.
Yeah. I now see O'Reilly slowly inching closer again to Scicluna. He's definitely got the slipstream coming out of 8. He's having a look.
Ooh,
He's definitely,
yeah,
he's got the inside. He's long side. He's got the move done. Oh, touch into 9.
Touched him.
Touch and a half. O'Reilly's in the grass. And it's gonna have to be, wow. Yeah. That's very interesting.
He's gonna call that okay for now.
And go for it. Yeah, fair enough.
Interesting. Commentator's curse is real.
Yeah.
Super 2 races next weekend. Are they still 4x12 lap races? At present, it's looking like they should be. It all depends on attendance figures. The reason why tonight's races have dropped from 12 to 9 laps is due to attendance figures.
Should we then see Mello and Scicluna go at it? Side by side into 1.
Mello and Scicluna going side by side, yep. Scicluna manages it.
Definitely. Walsh getting in amongst it. Side by side once again. Yes, it is.
Mello holds onto it.
Yes, he does. Walsh getting in amongst it, having a look.
Yeah.
Carefully weighing up his decision.
Mello closes the door in front of him and says, no, not today.
Yes, he does. Slowly turning into a 3-horse battle once again. Ooh, Scicluna on the grass. Side by side into 6. This is very interesting.
Mello comes out on top just. Walsh is very, very close up behind Scicluna as well.
We're gonna have 3 cars here with the slipstream. Scicluna on the back of Mello, Walsh on the back of Scicluna, which is going to end up being 2x2.
Yeah, I feel like Mello's just ahead enough to make it okay. Walsh slips in front.
Very bold moves happening, yeah. I've definitely called it. Bold moves are happening. Ferguson, by the looks of it, having a look now at Scicluna.
Mid-pack training again.
Looks like, unfortunately, in race 4, Scicluna's the unlucky one in certain race incidents, by the seems.
I feel like Scuzz might be carrying some damage. It's possible. Difficult to say without going back and looking at it.
Yes. I thought that O'Reilly would have hit the wall coming into 9.
Yeah, O'Reilly was the one that bounced off the wall. As Ferguson looks up the inside of Scicluna, but Scicluna decides to try and hold on as best he can.
As now Betts comes into this and has a look. Goes for a little switchy-roo. Side by side into 9. Oh, sorry, 3, my bad.
9.
Betts gets the,
Wishful thinking.
Betts gets the wishful Slightly dramatic.
Look, without going back and looking at the replay, I have no idea what happened between them. Unfortunately, we can't look back at the replay without removing our live feed.
Did I just see Scicluna do a thing?
Did you? Let's see. Scicluna.
He just, yeah, he's dropped back a little bit more. He's gone squiggly, come out of 8, and it looked, yeah. The gap between Betts and Scicluna is very, very big. As he goes on the grass, I reckon there's a bit of damage with Scicluna. I can see some bonnet damage, which could be telltale signs of other mechanical issues.
Oh yeah, okay. So Scicluna's got a hell of a lot of steering damage.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
Is fine for damage. Okay, so yeah, you called it, Castle. I would have anticipated otherwise, but here we are. As Adam Betts has a look on Andrew Ferguson into turn 1, he's not quite there for it yet.
Well, a little mistake from Ferguson coming out of 2. Betts might, no, maybe. He's going to definitely try to have a look coming into 3. Ferguson holds him, but Betts is going to relinquish and stay back into 3. Live to fight another day, he says. Ferguson putting that Volvo very sideways, coming out of some corners.
Definitely. Got Richards and Scicluna switching positions. So Richards is taking advantage of Scicluna not being able to hold his wheel particularly straight.
As Scicluna looked as it seems relinquishes position to the unofficial team company.
Teammate.
Yeah, the unofficial team company. FGX there.
Oh.
As Scicluna starts into 10th. Oh, did I hear something?
Possible Betts and Ferguson came together in the final corner there.
Interesting. I did hear something there. Yeah.
Saw them both a little slippy.
As we now approach the final lap of the race.
On the final lap indeed, and Chris Monroe's got a commanding 5-second lead.
5-second lead, my goodness.
He just ran away with it.
That's a hole and a half for him.
It seems a couple of cars have come a cropper towards the bottom of the field there. Not sure Quado's going to be close enough to O'Reilly, but it looks like he's trying.
Yeah, it definitely is. All you can do is try.
Yeah.
See what happens. The other closest battle would be Richardson as a party, but still not close enough. As we see Munro approaching the final 2 corners now from 13, coming up to 14. I think it might be safe to say it might be a tie, but it could. Your race winner is Munro. Would he be our overall winner for the round tonight? We don't know.
Certainly performed quite well. Zach O'Reilly brings it home for 2nd and throws it in the wall. Ill-advised, because he's going to be sending it across the track in front of oncoming traffic.
Yes.
He knows not to do that. Matt Cotter in 3rd, Nick Mello in 4th, Daniel Walsh in 5th, Andrew Ferguson in 6th, Adam Betts 7th, Matty Richards 8th. Aaron has a party in 9th, Daniel Scicluna rounding out the top 10, Stephen Marsden in 11th, Lachlan Grant in 12th, Lawrence Smith 13th, Luke Newing in 14th, Jesse Lenol unable to see
DNF,
the race
unfortunately.
through.
Yes.
As Chris Munro celebrates his race win. Nicely done. Nick Mello with the smoke show in the background as well. And that is round 4 done and dusted. Feel free to join us next week as we watch the Super 2 grid tackle this very demanding circuit. As always, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Denzel Taylor, for helping commentate.
No worries. Thank you very much.
And we will see you again soon. I'm not sure. Are you planning on commentating the Wednesday Cup race at all? Not
We'll
quite
see.
sure yet. We'll see.
Not quite sure yet. We'll see what
Fair
happens.
enough.
It is, yes.
I suppose we'll find out. But yeah, we will see you all soon.